This is the start of the automatic referencing chapter, and the first part is how ARC works. ARC stands for Automatic Reference Counting, and it is a method of lifecycle management used by Swift and Objective-C. It's used by the Swift compiler instead of garbage collection and instead of manual memory management. Garbage collection can detect unused objects, release them, but it can slow down different threads. Manual memory management is a ton of work and it clutters your code. Automatic reference counting is automatic, works fast, and it doesn't clutter your code nor your main thread. The downside is it doesn't pick up on retain cycles, and we're going to go over retain cycles soon. Alright, so let's pretend this is our memory in our computer. It's a very simple form of memory. It's a box form. Let's declare a class, and we'll call it example. It doesn't have any properties, doesn't have any methods. We're only going to track when we create an instance of it, and we're going to track when we deinitialize it, or it's taken out of memory. So we're going to have an empty initializer because we don't need to set any values of the properties, and we're just going to print that it was initialized. And then we're going to have an deinitialized. When we initialize an instance of this class, this will be printed, and then when we deinitialize it, this will be printed. And so basically when we initialize it, we're giving it a place in memory. So let's say var new equals, I'm going to say example equals example. When we did that, basically what we did was we created this example and put it in memory. And we did one more thing. We gave this instance a name. So new is referencing this instance. We can have, and so there's a count of 1 for this instance. So ARC reference counting, automatic reference counting keeps a count of 1 for this instance. So the instance of example on line 15 has a count of 1. Now what's a way we can decrement the count? Take 1 away for this instance. All we have to do is this, new equals nil. And you'll notice that the count of references to this instance, once we take this away, becomes 0. So automatic reference counting notices this, that it went from 1 to 0, and deinitializes that instance. So it takes it out of memory, frees up more memory for other things, and takes you one step back from crashing your app. Because if you fill up your RAM, then you're liable to crash your app. So the count is 0 after setting new to nil. And you can see right here it was deinitialized.